this is probably looking a little interesting right now. I'm having trouble sharing just the one window, so I'm sharing the whole screen. So I'm not being able to monitor my stream super easily, but make it work. Sure, to make this thing work. So that's me. Let me share this link around so we can get a few more people watching before I really jump into things. Hope you guys are doing good today. Sharing that link on the old social. Boosting over the rainbow, far away. If anybody's joined us. Make sure the audio's working there. Looks like I might be a little on the quiet side. Maybe that's better, hopefully. There we go. Let's test the audio.
You're watching online today to help you navigate this platform online.
That'll do the trick. I'm just going to turn my sound off on my iPad so I can follow along without creating a disturbance for you guys. Welcome to our one viewer who just joined. Congratulations. Live right now. Editing a video. Boom. Sharing around the socials to make sure that people are here to join along with us. But welcome. I'm basically editing a video today, and this video is it's a preamble, an instruction announcement video at the beginning of the online church that I'm doing with with my church as I work at a church, and basically that's what's going on right now. I'm just sharing around to make sure that as many people as can are able to join us. Go ahead and say something in the chat on the side if you have any questions. I'm happy to answer them as we go. As we can. Open up the live chat so I'm able to follow along. properly. Bear with me as I share over on Twitter. Edit a video live. Boom. That's over on Twitter. And allow me to put that on a message someone else real quick on Gram. All right, there we go. Move up my screen here so I can see the chat. Perfect. Well, welcome. Hope you're ready to do a little learning. All right, so I'm using DaVinci Resolve. That's the name of this software here. It's a free editing software, at least this version. You can get like a pro version that does cost money, but this version is free. It's a great software. The only downside is it is a resource hog like you would not believe. So it takes a pretty serious computer to be able to handle the requirements. Another great software for editing video that's not so resource intensive is NCH's Video Pad free. Make sure you get the free version. I mean, you can buy it costs like $60 for the pro version. It's not expensive as far as video software goes, but it's handy. And but you can get the free version for non-commercial use. You just have to make sure there's a full free version for non-commercial use. It's just not very clear on their website. Maybe I'll do a video about that sometime. But what I have here is a quick little announcement video that I did for my church that's going to run before. This is my clip. It's a pretty straightforward clip. And I am going to add some audio. Where did I record that? So basically, when I'm going to open up Audacity here. Audacity is not the best free recording software, but it is the fastest one to just quick and dirty recording. So that's what I used earlier, but I don't remember. So I'm just going to record blah, diddy, blah, blah, so that I can see where I saved my last file, because it always goes to the last location. Okay, I put it straight to the desktop. Okay. So no desktop announcements, audio, boom. So this is also the audio. So you can see this is a bit louder there. And that's the audio from this microphone that you're looking at right now. Whereas this audio is from my iPad, where I filmed the video from. And this mic's a little bit cleaner. So you're going to see here, there's a pretty nice little spike here, and that corresponds with this hand clapping. And then there's this hand clapping right on over here. So that's the easiest way that I have found, easiest cheap way. There are softwares to sync up your audio and video, but this is a nice, super easy way to sync up audio from 2 tracks or from your camera and your video. So they're not linked. So I'm going to highlight those two, and I am going to. You know, I don't remember whether the menu item is, but if you hit Control G, I believe it is. Nope. There's a way, a link. It says they're linked, but they're not really linked. I want to essentially group them and lock them together. I don't remember exactly where that is, but that's fine. It's just two clips. I'm going to highlight them together because I want to move them down here so that I can line these up. I'm going to zoom in as far as it'll let me so that I can get it as close as I can. And you can see it is it's snapping, so I'm going to turn that snapping off, but it's still snapping only to the nearest frame. See, that's not perfect.
Hey guys, how you doing today? It's Chris Green.
But you can hear that there's
welcome to Highway Christian Fellowships online.
No issue in the volume.
Church.
I'm going to turn that volume up.
I just wanted to give you a few helpful tips as you're watching online today to help you navigate.
Yeah. Lag issues. So I'm going to mute that. I'm not going to delete it because you never know when you might need something. So that's synced up. So you can see, you can watch that.
Hey guys, how you doing today? It's Chris Green here, and welcome to Highway Christian Fellowship's online church. I just wanted to give you a few helpful tips as you're watching online today to help you navigate this platform online church. So if you're
it looks a little laggy when you see it in the stream, but that's not what it will look like in the final product. So yeah, so that's essentially that. That's synced up. Essentially, it looks. Oh, I see why it's doing that. I see why it's syncing. It's because of that, because it's so close to the beginning. Okay, so we can get this more accurate. So we're gonna move back here. There we go. It wants to snap. So basically what was happening is it wanted to snap to here. But now that we've managed to move it away from there, it's not trying to snap to the beginning at all. Turn that off. That pretty close, if you see there. But you can see, you can visually see here that the audio of this mic is cleaner. It's not picking up so much room sound because you can see all this echo sort of and sound noise here on this track from the iPad mic, whereas here you can see it's relatively flat in comparison. So that's good.
Hey guys, hi.
So now that we've got that, I'm going to put my snap magnet on there because I want to magnetize all these elements together. So I'm going to highlight all of these, and I'm going to take my razor blade, and I'm going to cut there, and this is why I want to magnetize it. So let's see if I'm kind of like over here, it's jumping to that cut, so it's keeping it in line. I do this. I'm going to delete all of those because I don't need, and we're just going to bring this back to the beginning. I don't need that in the actual finished product.
And welcome to Highway Christian.
So let's go back to the beginning.
Hey guys, how you doing today? It's Chris Green here, and welcome to Highway Christian Fellowship's online church. I just wanted to give you a few helpful tips as you're watching online today to help you navigate this platform online church. So if you're watching this on your desktop, laptop, or some tablets like iPads, for example, you're going to find some.
So that's pretty good. I'm going to look for. Just going to watch it through.
Helpful links right up here handy stuff. If you are on another mobile application, such as an Android phone, an iPhone, what you're going to do is you're going to find those same links right over here. There's going to be a little menu, these three lines, and menu with those same options to give, to check out online, if you want to tithe online, if you want to find out more information about the church or connect with us, that's the way that you're going to want to do it. Another helpful thing that you're going to find is you're going to find a feed. It's called feed, and it's going to have, if any of the admins, right?
So there's a spot here that I might cut out because it's got a silent little pause.
Do it. Another helpful thing.
Doesn't hurt to have a little. I'm using a keyboard shortcut here, but I've just switched to the razor blade. It doesn't hurt to have the occasional gap for people. Sometimes it makes it easier for them to catch up with what you're saying. I'm just going to show you a little tip in Resolve because this is a super annoying thing. If I was to delete one of these, see what it did there? It really messed up the alignment. So you want to make sure you cut on every track and delete all of that simultaneously.
Want to do it. Another helpful thing that you're going to find is you're going to find a feed. It's called feed, and it's going to have you're going to find a feed.
I'm just going to show you this for the sake of example. I'm saving this a lot too. You always want to frequently save. I have a gaming mouse that has a lot of shortcut keys on the side. So I'm constant. You're not actually seeing me press save, but so you can see, you go file save. You want to be constantly saving because video programs lock down a lot, get bogged down a lot. So it's good to consider that so that you don't lose your files, basically. So I'm not going to be this picky for this video. It doesn't need to be this overly the top professional, but just for example here, you're going to hear I'm going to go like, so I'm going to cut some of that out.
Thing that you're going to find is
this might sound bad when we cut it. We'll see. Oops, that's not in line. Zoom in here. Take that off. Well, that's interesting. Okay, well, I'm gonna cut. Oops. Cut here then. Keep it in line. Now let's see what it sounds like.
You're going to find a feed. It's called.
But that's okay. I'm just going to fade it a little bit so it doesn't sound like a harsh cut.
Going to find a feed. It's called feed, and it's
so at least it doesn't sound like I'm stumbling over my words so much. It's not a big deal for a video like this, but if you did really want something that really, was thinking through a lot of that stuff, then it's now you know how.
And it's going to have, if any of the admins running this, I have to going to have, if any of the admins running.
So here, I'm definitely going to cut it.
It's going to have.
So I'm like here, it's going to have,
if any of the admins running, the admins.
So there I say admins.
Wait,
it's not lined up again. Papers, why does it keep doing that? So what I'm going to recommend you do here is you cut the video line first, so that it stays in sync.
Going to have,
Yeah. So this time I'm going to cut the video first because it seems to be, more in sync that way.
It's called feed, and it's going to have the admins running this. I have to let you know anything in the chat box.
Like obviously this is what we call a jump cut in video. So a jump cut is a cut where you can visually see it's like it's just you're talking like this, and then all of a sudden you're like this and kind of thing. Like it's not a smooth seamless cut, right? Seamless cut is what you want to use in a movie. You're going to cut between camera angles and shots. You're not going to cut in the middle of a camera angle like this. Very rarely would you do that, just because it's going to look choppy, and you don't want something like that in a movie. YouTube, it's a style, and you can get away with it. YouTube just is a little more forgiving that way.
We're going to find a feed. It's called feed, and it's going to have admins running this chat box, or if you maybe need some technical help or something like that, you can put a chat thing in there. You're also going to see an option to do a pull. There's the Bible app, the YouVersion Bible app.
Does anybody have any questions in the live chat there?
Right along from your phone or your computer, and follow right along with the sermon. So it's a great option. You're going to want to check that out.
See any?
Anyways, without further ado, I'm excited to jump into the word today, and I
send a little thing in there so people can see where the live chat is. Obviously, I'm going to cut the end of this off, right? Because who wants to see me turn the camera off? That's silly.
And I hope you are too. So here's the message. God bless.
So I have a bad habit of I start raising my arm there a little too soon. I don't really like the idea of seeing that, but we'll see.
God bless.
Yeah. I kind of want to catch it before my arm goes up, because you know what I'm about to do when you see it. Go first, move this out of the way so that we're lining up with the video cuts. And we're going to delete all those. So it's nice and snappy, and I really like this fade feature. This is how you would normally do a fade in a lot of audio programs like Cubase or Pro Tools. It's a visual fade, or Cubase anyways. I'm not, off the top of my head, can't remember if Pro Tools does it that way. I think it does. But you can do that in video here too, and I really like that. Most video programs I've done don't do that. So I can actually fade to black using that. So I really like that. So I'm going to fade after I finish talking. I'm just going to put this as a visual line so that I can kind of keep them in line, because I like to fade the video and the audio at the same rate. So
here's the message. God bless.
Nice.
Now,
whoa, scrubbing backward. Did not want to do that. So we're going to zoom way out. We're going to move this to the beginning, zoom back in.
What you're going to do is you're going to
to the very beginning.
Hey guys, hi.
I am going to, I'd like to fade the audio in a little bit, just because sometimes it can be a harsh start. If there's any kind of noise in the background, it's just a little less abrupt that way. And I could fade from, well, let's see. Oh, interesting. Look at this. I'm going to bring this in so that we're in line. And I'm going to press Control A. Actually, I have.
Hey guys, hi. Guys, how are you doing today?
Which one is it now?
Hey, it's Chris.
There we go. I have a keyboard, not a keyboard shortcut, but a mouse shortcut to select all. You can do select all by just doing Control A. Another way I'm going to show you, and what I wanted to do was basically select all so that I can move this here. Oh, I see. This is good. But you can also do this. You can click and you can highlight the blank space. I'm going to hold. Oh, hold on. It's not. And you can delete. Click, delete. Now you've deleted the empty space.
Hey guys, hi.
There we go.
Today?
So we kind of fade in. What else can I show you guys? I mean, this is not really necessary for the video I'm doing, but I'm going to show you for your own sake. Over here, we have titles, generators. There's all kinds of fancy things you can do. I don't need anything that fancy. So I'm going to use right lower third up here. No, I don't want that. I want the left lower third. I'm going to say Chris Green. And on the second title, Next Gen Coordinator HCF. That's my church that I go to. So there's all kinds of things like you would have in any text editor here, any kind of thing. So we can change the font. I'm not going to use, yeah, I like that one better for Dana. I don't really like the serif fonts for this kind of thing. That's the ones with the feet. So there, I like that better already. And we can see that it's on there. Obviously, that's not very legible. So I'm going to go over to my generators. And hold on, so if you grab this here, this bar, you can move your tracks down a bit. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to give myself a little room. I can shrink the video size up here so that I have just more space here. I can change these track sizes and everything. I can also change the color of these tracks. Kind of helps you to maybe keep track of things. You know, maybe this was music or sound effects, so you wanted to give this track a different color to kind of just help you visually right away tell what you're looking at. I'm going to keep this green because with my workflow, I usually like to keep voices green. So I'm going to move this track up here because I want to take here solid color, move this over here. It's the same length automatically there. It's the default length. So this color is covering everything and it's black. Black's fine for now, but I don't want it to cover everything, right? So I'm going to go down, scroll down here to cropping. I'm going to move this slider. So this is crop left. So that's from this side. So I'm going to put it like about there. From the right, I'm going to keep moving until it's about there. And then from the top, we're going to crop it down to there. And then the bottom, yeah. So there we go. I think I would like to fade this in as well at roughly the same rate as those things. You could get exact if you wanted to, but I'm not going to. So this all kind of fades in together.
Today it's Chris Green here, and welcome to Highway Christian Fellowship's.
Now that just disappears. I don't like that. So a few moments before, I'm going to that's another way. When you're scrolling that, it's probably not easy to see on your screen, but there's a little tiny. It tells you how many seconds it is. So that's or how long it is. Sorry, I should say. So that's 5 there on both.
To Highway Christian Fellowships.
So there you go. You saw very briefly it fades out. I might fade it even a little longer. Why not? I can. So I'll go to 7. I don't want to go full 10. I feel like that's too long.
Welcome to Highway Christian Fellowship's.
Nice. That's nice and subtle. Now I'm going to change it. I don't want to do the black and white because my shirt's black and white and it's just all blending together. The other thing is not sold on this location. You know, this location down here. Why I've got all this blue space up here. Why don't I just put it over here instead of down here? So you could start all the way over and you could put a text one somewhere else, or you can just go over here where the position is. And let me make sure this is the right spot. Yeah, this is the right spot. So I'm just going to copy this position. Feel free to ask me questions as we go if I'm going too fast and you're not sure what I'm doing. So See if we've got any questions from people who might be watching on another social site. Doesn't look like it. That's fine. So what I'm going to do is I want to keep the position this way the same. So I'm not going to change the X one. I'm going to change the Y. So I can just drag like these. That seems about right. And so I'm going to go double click on that. I'm going to copy. I'm going to scroll down to the second line here. That's this one, this next gen one. And I'm going to paste it in there. And I'm going to hit enter. And now it's right underneath it. So that's great. So now we're going to click and we're going to go over to our other track here where the black is. Now, obviously, that's actually over my face a bit. So that's not too great. So how about we go back here first. And the top part's okay. The bottom part. Oh, look at that. Another great way we can move things around. Now, see this line? It doesn't want us to go past there because sometimes different devices will shrink in a little bit. So you want to have an ideal bleed marker, you would call it. So I'm actually going to only shrink the second line because the first line seems to be fine. And what I'm actually going to do, because I don't want it to get too small, I'm going to take this and put that down at the bottom. Still pretty long. So we'll just keep it HCF. Size, we're going to make that, say, 45. There we go. Not too bad. So let's look at our position. So it's kind of you can't really tell, but it is snapping to a grid right here. And it's saying that's the highest it would suggest. So I'm going to put it like this. So this one obviously is higher than they would suggest. I'm going to try it like here and like that. Okay. So we're going to move over to our. Unfortunately, our color cannot be manually moved like that. I'm sure there is a way, but the way I know is to simply change the position settings in here. So as you can see, I've moved it to that side. Don't really want to move that. I just want to move the Y factor. In fact, we could go back and paste again. Now that's a little high, but it got us in the ballpark. So, okay, cool. Now I'm going to crop it a little more since we've kind of changed from the right, since we've changed our sort of overall dimensions. Let's maybe crop the top a little less and the bottom a little less. Right, a little bit. Kind of got the idea there. See how that looks. It's cutting it a little close. I'm not sold on it yet.
Hey guys, how you doing today? It's Chris, Christian Fellowship.
Okay, so I'm not sold on that. One thing we can do is it's not imperative that my second line is there. We don't really need that. So I'm just going to delete that altogether. And I'm going to make, my name does not need to be that big. So we're going to make it like 75. We're going to go back to our color thing. We're going to tighten that. I like to type. It's just more exact than using that thing. Like that. That's too much. That's even more. We want to go up in number. Much. 12,000. Oops. 12,000. Go 1,150. 250. Okay, that's not bad. Let's crop from the bottom a little bit. There we go here, and I'm actually just gonna kind of center that instead of fussing around with that. And that's not too bad now, but I want to change the color. So I'm going to go back to that color track, change the color. Green, no. Blue, well, that's just like the wall then. In that case, why don't I just leave the wall? So, made a dark color. I kind of like this pink actually. Doesn't thematically fit with any of our colors though. Yeah, so this is just more or less a similar color to the wall. So that's not very useful. So you can kind of hide layers, if you will, tracks here. See what that looks like. Let's see what we can do with our text. Things. Army like. Let's see. Two. Toonie. Not bad. I kind of like that one. Looks kind of close though. Yeah, that looks okay. Put it over here. Maybe over here. Let's see what that looks like. Hey guys, how you doing today? It's Chris Green here, and welcome to Highway Christian Fellowship. You know what? Hey, I put this over here. Yeah. Now, the only thing is, I put my hands up.
Hey guys, how you doing today? It's Chris.
So my fingers are going through the text. So let's move it up so that they never touch.
It's Chris Green.
Oh. Still touch.
Welcome to Highway Christian.
So does it touch my head? No. Cool. So I just saved again. Let's see.
Hey guys, how you doing today? It's Chris Green here, and welcome to Highway Christian Fellowships.
All right, so that's not bad. I'm just gonna leave this track off for now. Actually, I'm gonna just delete this. Oh, so this is a weird thing. Look, I'm gonna delete this, and it deleted everything above it. So if it does that, move it off base, and it will, anything that's in line, it wants to delete together. So I just kind of moved it out of line. So I am going to, what do I want to do? I'm gonna go back to here. I'm gonna go. Oh, yeah, logos. Yeah, I'm going to take this logo church logo. Put it under here. And yeah, that's kind of cool. It might be neat to have it in the top corner or the bottom corner or something. Let's see, where are my hands kind of cover the... How far out did they get? Oh, they get all the way. So we're going to put it in the top corner. So we're going to take this, and we're on this picture track again. So in this case, zoom is what we want. Going to shrink it down, and then we got our position. We're going to move the x-axis over here. Oh, we're going to move it up like this. Went a little too far. So I'm not really liking how that looks with the transparency. We're going to try something else. We're going to delete this. Oh, see, it did that again. So move it aside, boom, it's gone. And we're going to try this. Why is it? Okay, so I'm going to move to position. I don't need to change that position. We're going to move it this way, downward. Super big, not sure how I like that. I don't think I like that at all. So let's shrink it down. It over. And we're gonna move down. Little corner thing. Hey guys, how you doing today? It's Chris Green. Not sold on that. So here's what I'm actually gonna do. Move this down a little bit so I have enough room to move this up, because that's a fast way to make a new track. And move this up as well. I go back to the generators. We're going to put a solid color here. We're going to make that color white. And we're going, yeah, the position is fine. We're going to crop it way down. Oops, we're going to crop it from the top like this. We've got a nice little banner. Then we're going to go back to our text. We're going to bring our text down here. We're going to make it black. And then we're going to come back to our little logo. And we're going to position it over a little bit on the XY. Kind of around center-ish. Maybe we'll center that logo. The logo portion. And go back to the text. Text is going to let me move it this way, but it's not going to let me. Oh, yes, it is. I'm going to hold down Shift to let me kind of get away from all the snapping. Let me go down any lower. This is probably good advice. I'm going to go back to the logo. XY, move it a little closer to center and move it up a little bit so that it's that the text and it are going to be kind of together. Back here to our text. Put it out a little bit. Bit up a little bit. Come on. X position. This. Y position up just a little bit. Bring that in on the X a little bit. That I like. So like before, we're gonna come over here. I believe this was 7 seconds, not seconds, but and let's see how that looks. Oh yeah, we got to do that beginning too. Let's fade in there.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Oh, we got to do it down here too. All fades in together.
Hey guys, how you doing today? It's Chris Green here, and welcome to.
So they're not coming in completely together, you might notice. So let's check how many. So this is about 3. What? So about there is about 5. So let's say 5. Let's move this to 5, this to 5, and this to 5. Now it should be relatively.
Hey guys, how you doing today?
Relatively.
It's Chris Green here, and welcome to Highway Christian Fellowships on.
Not too bad. And as you may remember, you might be like, Chris, why didn't you fade this track? Well, that's because that track is muted, so it doesn't need to be faded. So now I'm going to save again. There's one more thing I have to do for this video. This video is this video, as I said, it's going to play right before the sermon, and it's going to serve as a countdown video. So let me just switch something right here. I'm going to go like this, or oh, I'm sorry, I'm going to actually switch this back to display one again. And I'm going to go like this. There we go. I'm going to go like that because I have to download something and I can't show you my login of where I'm going. So this may take a few moments, but basically I'm going to composite a countdown video into this video. I could make one from scratch, but why reinvent the wheel when you can just borrow something, right? So doodly doo 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 dee doo doo dee doo 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 dee 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 doo 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 doo. Anybody got any questions while we're going so far? We just want to say hey and let me know you're here. That would be pretty sweet. Alrighty then. Oh, don't remember my password. That stinks. Okay, so I'm actually just going to. I can't find my password. Come on. So I'm actually just going to set myself up. Oh, I see. For a free trial to this place where I get my countdowns and stuff. On my on a different email. So this will only take a moment. How about everybody's doing okay, healthy, and positive? On. Really? Really now? Really not a good time while I'm live on a stream, but that's okay. We will get this figured out. Let me try. Maybe it's my other. Would anybody like to say hello?